Good morning to all of you wonderful people. I sincerely hope you're all doing exceptionally well today. Today is indeed September 21st, and it's currently about 7 o'clock in the morning, a beautiful start to the day. I truly wanted to make a comprehensive video about the upcoming and significant solar eclipse in Virgo, which is actually starting today, right now. Before I delve into anything else, I always humbly ask my higher self to graciously be with me, to be deeply within me, and to profoundly help me articulate precisely what truly needs to be said at this moment. I genuinely hope all of you are feeling healthy and vibrant. This particular solar eclipse is profoundly about health, about sudden and quite unexpected events that can occur. And as you can clearly see, it has even personally affected me in some way. And 3 days ago, I was supposed to make this video, but 3 days ago, against my own wishes, I was taken to the hospital and the emergency room and all that because I fell down and this part of my shoulder was severely injured. And interestingly, the next day when friends and relatives came to see me, instead of feeling sorry for me, everyone started laughing, like really laughing out loud. They said it was funny because I always tell everyone, especially twins, but really everyone, to take care of their health and watch out for unexpected accidents. And then it happened to me, even though I'm always so careful myself. Everyone said, see, you should be careful too. But well, unexpected accidents just happen like that. There's a reason for it, and we should learn a lesson from it. My lesson was not to try to do 50 things at once. One hand here, one hand there, packing my suitcase, sorting out travel stuff, being on the phone, and then I ended up falling. Anyway, that's why I'm late with this. But this morning, before I leave, I wanted to make sure to record a video for you, just a short and concise one about what's necessary. Of course, I've mentioned this in previous videos, and as per the agreement we have together, we're supposed to do a cleanse during these 6 months, and it's all about this topic. For those of you who haven't joined yet, please subscribe to my channel to support me in this work. And for those who are new here, welcome. Please subscribe to my channel. I wish you all the best. This particular solar eclipse is, in fact, the second one happening within the current month of Shahrivar, which is also notably situated in the zodiac sign of Virgo. It happens in the 9th month, specifically in Virgo, at precisely 29 degrees. The 29th degree inherently signifies a period of crisis and then subsequent change. It truly means that something significant happens that ultimately forces us to change and learn a valuable lesson from it. Now, this profound change occurring after the initial crisis might very well happen because I consciously choose it myself. I might thoughtfully say, okay, now I clearly understand that this particular job, this specific relationship, or this current situation isn't genuinely good for my overall health. Perhaps this relationship isn't beneficial for my mental well-being, or this particular place isn't truly right for me. So I consciously make these important changes by my own personal choice. Or it could very well be that the universe brings circumstances in front of me that force me to make this change. And the next point is, if we stubbornly resist these changes and say, no, I'm going to stay in my comfort zone, I'm not going to make any changes at all, we'll stay stuck in the same repetitive cycle as 18 years ago. So we all have to accept this state. Degree 29 means that something has to leave our lives to make space for something else. Degree 29 means a cycle is coming to an end and a new beginning is on the way. For those who really ignore this issue, meaning they don't care about it at all, maybe the earth itself, since it's changing and cleansing, will remove them from the earth. Now, this cleansing could mean a person who is harmful to the earth, or it could be an old harmful building that gets destroyed by a flood or earthquake, or maybe a bridge that needs to be removed through some water-related incident. In any case, a light is emerging from the heart of darkness, and whatever is blocking it, whatever is an obstacle or a barrier, will be removed. And if we ourselves recognize what needs to change in our lives, we'll go through this process more easily. But if we resist and act stubbornly, in the end, the earth will do it for us. The universe, the cosmos, will make it happen for us. And this could happen through natural disasters. Lands and places with very old karmas might get damaged. Countries in regions that are very fossilized, where many issues and things have been buried underground, all of these will come to the surface. And this is one of the effects of this solar eclipse. Of course, this process doesn't happen overnight or just today and tomorrow. This entire process typically takes about 6 full months to complete. So we will definitely see the comprehensive results of these important actions by March 21st. And if we decide to take any further action or make any significant changes, we will then fully and completely see the ultimate effects of these particular changes by March 21st as planned. And for some issues, it can even take 2 years for this cycle to fully settle in and be completed, and then we lay the foundation for the next 28-year period based on what we do and change during these 6 months. The past is truly dead, the past is completely over, and we have to accept this profound death and be wonderfully reborn. Most of the old cases from the past are disappearing, and our Mother Earth herself wants to be renewed. She is being reborn. The injustices that have been done to animals, to humans, to children, to people who were not allowed to speak their minds. Fear of society and traditions and religion considered them sinners. These are the things that must die, and we must build a new world based on fairness and equality. Its significant impact over these particular 2 weeks is mostly on those individuals born under Khordad, which is commonly known as Gemini, as you can clearly see. And Azaris who are under the sign of Sagittarius, and those born in the month of Shahrivar who are Virgos, this transformation will strongly begin with them, as well as those born in Esfand, and especially those born at the end of these months who are Pisces. But overall, it will affect all signs, because ultimately one of your houses contains these 4, and it depends on your chart, what your sun sign is, where your Virgo is, and so on. It will certainly have a significant effect there, and there are many other important matters as well. In any case, I strongly recommend that you carefully look at all 12 astrological signs based on your personal sun sign, and especially consider where your moon is positioned, as well as your rising sign. But all 12 signs are truly relevant for all of us in some particular area of our lives. I repeat again, this is absolutely not Vedic astrology. It is in fact a unique combination of numerology, Chinese astrology, and tropical astrology, offering a comprehensive perspective. So, we need to start organizing our lives and put an end to unhealthy habits. I'll start with myself. One of the things I do is that I never do just one thing at a time. I always do several things at once. I'm always doing something with both hands, thinking about something with my mind, talking to someone, and with this hand, I'm picking up other things. This time, I was trying on a very long dress. And with all these things going on, I ended up falling down. So there are some habits that we know are harmful, and we need to be aware of them and quit them. Anything that you notice has become an issue. Something has become clear to you. It's right in front of you. And deep down, you know you don't want it in your life. Or it doesn't lead you to complete happiness. Or it's bothering you. Try to change it within the next 6 months. But as I said, within 18 months, you will be fully settled and things will be complete. It's like entering an airport. It takes 6 months to figure out where you are in that country, and after 18 months, you're settled in, and then you might stay there for 30 years. So be mindful of your choices and don't say, I won't do it now, I'll do it next year. Or I won't do it now, I'll do it next month. Saturn doesn't joke around. Saturn is standing at the door, watching you to see what kind of student you are, how well you've learned from the past 18 years, and what things you're working to correct. And once you decide to make those corrections, the entire universe helps us along the way. Virgo is indeed located in the 6th house. The month of Shahrivar is prominently present in our 6th house. Virgo is actually all about carefully sifting, meticulously sifting things out, discerning and refining. Extracting precious gems and valuable stones from mere dirt and small pebbles. Virgo is truly the sign of excellent health, the sign of dedicated caregiving, the sign of meticulous attentiveness, the sign of potential illness, the sign of profound responsibility, and diligent hard work. And indeed, it profoundly increases our inherent sense of empathy, even more significantly. So if you notice that somewhere you are needed or there is illness, please be kind and help others. You should set people aside and try to help them in every way, whether it's addiction, overworking, or excessive food waste. One of the things that really bothers me in America is that they truly waste food. For example, if they have 4 guests, they buy 3 big cakes, eat just a piece, and the rest ends up in the trash. Even when they want to order a pizza, they order a large one, eat just 1 slice, and the rest ends up in the trash. And really, there's nowhere like in other countries where you can give this food to someone else, so it all truly goes to waste and is lost. We need to put a stop to this. We should care about the cleanliness of our seas, and if we're short on clothes, which, by the way, Americans have way too many of, they have 1,000 pairs of shoes and outfits, yet every day we still buy more clothes. We need to manage this cycle. Clothes we haven't worn for 6 months, that means we're not going to wear them anymore. Don't throw them away. Give them to someone who needs them. If all of us, no matter which country we're in, do this, because there are extra things in every home everywhere, give them to someone and keep this cycle going. The message here is this. Either you grow up and act like a human being, or Mother Earth will punish you. That's the message of this solar eclipse. As a result, we need to stop being lazy and take responsibility for our own lives. Responsibility for our finances, emotions, location, all of it. This attitude of waiting for someone else to fix things for us, waiting for someone else to come and make things right, We need to leave that behind. We have to get up ourselves and take action to improve our own lives. In countries where the collective frequency has been low, it's always been about sorrow, always about pain. Well, they have severe karma, and it's possible that in sudden events some things may be lost, but whatever is lost is actually for the sake of building a better future for us. 5 years ago, I wrote 2 chapters of my book about these 6 months, saying that a time will come when there's no turning back, and there's no more time left to wait. These 6 months are our last. It's an announcement that the earth is giving us, telling us that time is up. In these 6 months, either you do something about your life, or you go back to the same old cycle again. So, if you see sudden issues happening in the economy, in banks, in currencies and their values, in digital money, in bonds, if I'm saying it right, and in the stock market, you should know that all of this is happening for the sake of improving the future. Our old world has to be broken so that our new world can be built. When it comes to fashion and makeup, we're seeing very, very fundamental and drastic changes. No longer is a woman's value tied to having thick lips, long eyelashes, identical small noses, or bodies in that certain style. I won't even name it. All these things will eventually disappear. The long dresses we used to wear for many years at evening gatherings, the high-heeled shoes that squeezed our feet like a restrictive cage, yet we would stand in them for 6 or 7 hours at parties just for the vibrant atmosphere. All of this, every bit of it, will certainly go away. The trend is moving toward simplicity, toward being real, toward authenticity. The more we are ourselves, the more I am truly myself, the more lovable it becomes. Instead of being an artificial doll or trying to lower myself and make myself look like someone else, everything is moving toward simplicity. Those big, flashy pieces of jewelry that everyone used to hang all over themselves, weighing themselves down until their ears would tear, those things will all disappear. Wealth isn't something I carry around with me. The people who do that are the ones who have nothing inside, and they say, "Look at me." All of this was part of the matrix of our lives, part of our past, part of thousands of years of our history. But now, to build a new world, the earth is washing away the old world. And in 2 years, you'll see exactly what I'm saying. It will be as if we've entered a whole new world. But this new world will be infinitely more beautiful than this fake, deceitful, and competitive world we've had. Creativity will start to flourish, technology will grow infinitely, and truths about pharmaceuticals and medical science will come to light for the benefit of humanity, contrary to what has been said over the past 200 years, which has actually been on a path to destroy humans. All of this will gradually disappear, and a new kind of medicine will emerge, new drugs that will actually eliminate diseases, not just give you a pill to suppress or hide the illness without truly curing it. And in the midst of all this, Pluto also comes along to transform us so that we can be reborn. We all need to become new without stress. As a result, all these transformations that are happening, truly embrace them with open arms and trust Mother Earth, because this is what makes her happy. Mother Earth loves for these things to happen. Words spoken without corresponding action. Promises that were made but ultimately remained unfulfilled. The knowledge some people claim to have but actually didn't and was just marketing, these things will gradually fade away. Lies and deceit won't work anymore. Here on earth, she wants to cleanse herself of these bad children. I'm truly and genuinely sorry. I'm experiencing a significant amount of pain right now, and I will endeavor to keep this particular message as brief yet comprehensively informative as humanly possible. Honestly, I really should be resting in bed at this very moment. As a result, Mother Earth is cleaning up these children, and if they don't get cleaned, she forcefully washes them away with water until eventually we reach that point. Hands up, I surrender. I surrender to God. I surrender to the universe. I surrender to all these events that are happening to the earth. Lack of responsibility is one of the worst things we can adopt in this era. Not taking responsibility for our own lives. Disorder, stress, procrastination, all of these have extremely negative consequences. Everything must start with order. There is a possibility of respiratory illnesses because the Earth's frequency vibration is rising. It's going up to 40 hertz, even 60 hertz. And with our 20 to 25 hertz, we really can't keep up. As a result, respiratory illnesses may occur, or heart issues like heart attacks, shortness of breath, or depression, all of which stem from stress. These can be caused by these changes. Be mindful of digestive issues as well. Try to stay as calm as you can. Don't let fear-based music into your life at all. We are under God's protection. We are under the protection of the universe. We are not alone. Fear comes from the unknown, from thinking that I am unprotected, that I have no one. But we have God, we have the source, and our enemies are not other humans. Our enemies are the forces of darkness which are fading away, getting weaker. All these transformations are leading us to that place by the year 2020. So be happy, a new dawn is coming. A traitor in our house. When we clean these things out and remove them, the house becomes peaceful. And that's exactly what we're doing with our earth right now. So please do not be upset or disheartened by any floods, any water incidents, devastating fires, or powerful storms that may occur. All of these significant events are truly happening for a very specific and profound reason, to thoroughly clean up and effectively remove certain old, stagnant, or unnecessary things from our lives and our world, and the better, more compassionate, and more enlightened people we collectively become, the less intense and less disruptive these transformative changes will ultimately be. That's precisely why I started from last month for our dedicated group to actively do cleansing work together. The cleaner and more purified we are, the less emotional baggage and negative energy we carry within our own personal box, things like deep-seated hatred, intense anger, persistent frustration, overwhelming worry, and paralyzing fear. The much easier and smoother it will genuinely be for all of us to gracefully get through this challenging period. So please, I urge you to steadfastly stick to your commitment and your personal journey. For those individuals who are new to our community, please take the time to watch our previous informative videos and diligently try to proceed with a heightened sense of awareness and understanding. Let yourself go through this path. Set your fears aside. And accept both individual and collective cleansing. Collective cleansing will happen. We leave that to the earth, but individual cleansing is something we must do ourselves. I think I've generally talked about these significant and impactful changes in my previous videos, and we are indeed moving steadily in that very direction now. Until March 21st, it is entirely possible for each and every one of us, if we haven't already made these profound and necessary changes in our lives since last year, to truly experience them in the next 6 months and bring about some remarkable and lasting transformations in our personal lives. For those born under the zodiac sign of Aries, these upcoming events will most prominently and significantly affect their 6th house. The 6th house is traditionally known as the house of health, our beloved pets, and our daily work or professional endeavors. You might find yourself taking on a brand new and exciting project at work, or you might be seriously thinking about the prospect of retirement, or perhaps you'll even fully retire by next year. There could be various and notable changes happening within your current work environment. Health-wise, it is crucial to pay close attention to your head and your eyes. Basically, everything from here up, including your facial area. It could specifically involve your teeth, your entire head, or your precious eyes. Try to actively avoid stress as much as humanly possible. Absolutely do not upset yourself at all. It's time to genuinely change your entire lifestyle. Unlike before, when your life was predominantly all about demanding work, immense responsibility, and constant relentless thinking. Now, try to travel extensively. Truly enjoy yourself much more and fundamentally change your whole way of living. Some habits you've had, any kind of truly detrimental or unhealthy bad habit that's kept you from fully enjoying your precious life and experiencing its true potential, let those deeply ingrained habits go and try to consistently get enough truly restful and rejuvenating sleep and take short, refreshing trips and genuinely enjoy your life to the fullest. For all Taurus people, specifically those born in Or de Behesht, which typically spans from April to May, this celestial alignment mostly affects the very significant 5th house. The 5th house is traditionally known as the house of artistic expression, profound creativity, and importantly, children. If you currently have children, or if you are a parent to young ones, this particular house means that a child might potentially bring forth certain challenges for you, or a child might indeed bring significant and transformative changes to your life. It's entirely possible and something to be aware of. There could be a significant transformation in your emotional life. For example, if you are currently single, you might indeed find a partner, or you might discover a completely new lifestyle. However, it is important to be mindful of your spending. It's possible that some money will come your way, and you might spend it more on... That's my point. You might end up shopping a lot and spending because you're happy that this money has come to you. But overall, set aside luxury and showing off, because that phase is over. What truly makes you happy inside, what you were created for by God, that's what matters now. Titles and status or people's respect are no longer important. What matters is what comes from your heart if you have an artistic talent. If, for example, you sing well, if you dance well, if you play an instrument well, whatever field involves creativity, go for it and count on these changes. Everything will turn out well. It will have very positive effects. After 6 months, you'll be happy about all these changes. For Geminis, these changes are happening in the 4th house. The 4th house is about my country, my home, my life, my environment, my safe place. Where am I living, and where do I feel at peace? Unresolved family issues will start to be resolved. If there has been some kind of argument within your extended family or close relatives that hasn't been settled, it will be resolved. or it might even arise now with siblings, your spouse, or others. This is a time over these 6 months when you have the opportunity to address these matters, not with violence or fighting, but with patience and tolerance. Overall, a kind of cleansing will take place in your family environment. It's possible that someone may separate from you, someone may leave, or someone new may come in. You might even change your place of residence. You might even consider changing your country of residence. This is also entirely possible. But whatever truly brings you inner peace and contentment, please do that. Take good care of your precious hands and remember your entire respiratory system. It is truly important to keep stress far away from yourself and instead focus much more intently on the truly wonderful things that genuinely make you happy, not those superficial things that merely give you status or external validation from the outside world, but rather those profound and deeply satisfying elements that truly make you happy from deep within your soul. Focus much, much more on those truly meaningful aspects of your life. Focus on truly changing them, on transforming them in a way that genuinely satisfies you, not others. For dear Termahis, dear Cancers, this significant solar eclipse is happening right in your home sector. It profoundly depends on what you are starting right now. For example, you might be starting a brand new training course, entering a university, or joining an educational program that is very beneficial for you. You might lose your previous job and find a much better new one. In general, this aspect is taking something away from us to make room for something truly better. So, welcome these new things. You might have a new relationship come into your life, or you might approach life in a completely different way. There is definitely a significant change in your workplace or your way of life. If it doesn't happen within the next 6 months, which is more likely, it will certainly happen within the next 2 years. There is a possibility of having some minor problems, like misunderstandings between what you said and what others heard, or what others are saying, and you take it personally. Be very mindful of these important things. Please don't ever hurt yourself over these unfortunate misunderstandings, which I genuinely and truly believe are just simple misunderstandings. Nothing more, nothing less. Just a lack of clear communication and understanding between us. That you have completely misunderstood. Try your very best to truly understand how other people are talking to you, and always endeavor to show your authentic true self. One of the most significant things that Cancers really need to change is that they tend to wear a metaphorical mask. They want people to like them, so they show that and don't complain because they want to be sweet in some way. The best thing you can do is show your true self. There is nothing more beautiful than being authentic. Because you are a person full of warmth, you have a heart, a beautiful heart. Avoid hypocrisy and pretense just to please people and make them satisfied. Do something that makes you satisfied, and what you show, your truth, is very beautiful to others. So, welcome all these things, all these changes that are coming into your life. At first, it might be hard, there might be a lot of work, but afterwards, you will be very happy with this change. And for dear Leos, those born in the month of Mordad, this will affect their second house. The second house is the house of money, the house of values, the house of income sources, the house of talents. It's the house that shows where your money comes from and what value you have for yourself, whether material value or personal value. You might spend a lot of money on something, but you will feel intense financial changes. In fact, it's a big new beginning. It's as if the past 18 years are closing, and suddenly your creative power increases, and you start earning an income that you can count on yourself for. You rely on your own creativity. You build this journey on your own talents and abilities, and it will bring you a substantial amount of wealth. So much, in fact, that it will be more than enough for the next 30 years of your life. And all of this abundance doesn't come from any external source. Your wealth is, in essence, your knowledge and understanding. Wealth is not something that exists outside of you. There is something precious you need to discover within yourself to nurture it, to grow it, and to allow it to flourish. And the more organized you become in your daily life, the more you bring a sense of order and harmony into your existence, the more your inner values and potential will be revealed to you and to the world. It's no longer the time when you need external praise or validation from others to gain a sense of self-confidence. I gain my self-confidence because I am self-sufficient and independent. I know and understand my own talents and capabilities. I have my own source of income and fulfillment. I am proud of myself and all that I have accomplished. And that creates a kind of blossoming and flourishing within you that no one can take away from you. Other people's judgments and opinions no longer bother you at all because you have learned to accept and embrace yourself, flaws and all. And now, dear Virgos, for all of you Virgos, all these changes, for those of you born in the month of Shahrivar, are happening in your very first house. The first house is known as the house of identity. It's all about the question, who am I? What is my business card? How am I introducing myself? In this profound who am I journey, truly significant and transformative changes will undoubtedly happen. What exactly is my new and evolving tune? You will be absolutely nothing like the past 18 years of your entire life. You've thoroughly learned your valuable lessons, and you're actively bringing out a much better version of yourself, a significantly calmer version of yourself, a wonderfully healthier version of yourself, and basically, you are experiencing a brand new birth. And everyone else, or all other zodiac signs, truly need to carefully observe and see precisely where their personal Virgo is, where their specific Virgo house is located, and then make necessary and impactful changes within that particular house based on the inherent characteristics and unique ways Virgos operate. Virgo is also a distinct type of Virgo. The Virgo full of stars is a sign of purification and detoxification. It's constantly analyzing and filtering, throwing out what's unnecessary, whether it's toxic relationships or anything else that's not needed. Things that don't contribute to my well-being, relationships I've had, and those mental obsessions where you're always analyzing yourself. Did I do well? Did I do badly? Did I make a mistake here? Should I have done something else? Did I do too little? Did I do too much? You need to get rid of all that and bring out your own inner values. Show significantly more respect, profound gratitude, unwavering discipline, and absolute honesty in your daily life, and it's even entirely possible that your overall appearance might genuinely change as well. Even your very own speech, even your current job, the things you earn, I mean to say, your entire personal identity is undergoing a significant transformation. Please forgive me if I am a little bit unclear or perhaps not entirely articulate about the specific points and various aspects of the things I am currently attempting to convey to you. And then, dear Libras, who were born in the month of Mer, this is affecting your 12th house. It marks the end of a toxic cycle in your life. You have a lot of toxicity in your thoughts, in your relationships, in your heart, and these are times when your soul has been living in toxicity. That mask you wore, the false front you put on, if you were hurt, you didn't show it. If you were upset, you didn't show it. If there was something you needed to say, you kept it inside. Now is the time to free your soul. Try to focus much more intently on your own profound happiness and deep satisfaction, rather than constantly thinking again about what society truly wants from you, what other people genuinely expect, or what your closest friends might want you to become. There are often deeply hidden emotional issues that you've carefully concealed or that have been inadvertently hidden for some significant reason, perhaps out of a profound fear. You tend to hide certain important things and, as a result, you are not being entirely authentic. Sometimes when you hide these significant things, others can intuitively sense that you are indeed concealing something, that you are not quite the same as everyone else around you, that you find it difficult to truly open up your innermost soul. You absolutely need to consciously let go of these burdensome things and begin to build a wonderful new life with your truly authentic new self. Liberate yourself completely from those things that no longer genuinely serve your future aspirations. Start making profound peace with yourself. Love yourself so incredibly much. Pamper yourself so very much. Be so wonderfully gentle and kind with yourself, and confidently say, "This is precisely who I am, and I am inherently very lovable, and there is absolutely nothing at all I need to hide from anyone." Wishing the best for you and for us, the Abunborn, the Scorpios. Thank you so much. This is in your 11th house. The 11th house is the house of friends, the house of our hopes and dreams for the future. Things we've wished for a long time but only thought about, things we didn't have in our lives. Now, new groups of friends will come into your life. Some old friends whose insincerity or dishonesty and betrayal have become clear, and who haven't been honest with you will leave your life. And some new friends will come in, people who are like-minded and part of your group. The advice you share with each other will be very beneficial for everyone, and perhaps one of your old wishes will come true, or you'll start a new project. When you plant the seed for this now, it will begin to grow and will benefit you for the next 30 years. You will also become aware of some betrayals. Some people have lied to you a lot and betrayed you, and because of this, you will start to make major changes in your life's shield. And you will reveal a new identity, one that is braver, more powerful, and more self-confident. There are major changes in your new goals, and all of this is ultimately very good for you. It's not easy, but the outcome will be excellent. And then, my very dear Sagittarius friends, this significant solar eclipse is truly happening in your 10th house of career and public image. This profoundly means great success in your professional career, and this potential success at work could, quite unexpectedly, also mean the possibility of losing your current job. It's possible that you may lose your previous job as it was, and a new job opportunity may arise. It's possible that someone in a fatherly role or a position of authority, like a government official, a judge, or a manager, could have a significant impact on your life. These changes will be very beneficial for you, even if they seem a bit difficult at first. But as a Sagittarius, you tend to accept changes easily and welcome them with open arms. Accept these changes and embrace the new things that are coming into your professional and personal life. Let's say welcome them. It's possible that this new job may not have the same status as your previous position, and it might not have an incredibly important or prestigious title. But what truly matters most is that you genuinely enjoy the meaningful work you're doing. You'll ultimately get the profound freedom you've always deeply desired and truly wanted, the essential freedom to openly speak your mind, which you've consciously held back and suppressed for the past 18 long and challenging years. They'll certainly give you even more significant freedom, and the freer Azarmes are, the happier and more content they invariably become. If you're an artist, a painter, a musician, or a composer, there's a strong possibility that a great burst of creativity will come from you in the next 6 months, in the next 2 years. It's entirely possible that your truly remarkable work will remain on this earth forever. So please do count on your innate creativity. Don't focus too much, or indeed at all, on precisely how much money you'll ultimately make from this significant work, because the financial rewards will undoubtedly come later. Go after what you are exceptionally good at and diligently develop it. Now is absolutely the perfect time to plant those important seeds. And dear Capricorns, the powerful Capricorn energy will also significantly affect your 9th house. The 9th house is traditionally known as the house of our deeply held religious beliefs and spiritual matters. The traditions we've carried with us since childhood, the house of travel, the house of education, the house of legal matters, courts, and a range of legal affairs, all of these are associated with this house. This house causes you to completely change the beliefs you've held over the past 30 years, or however old you are, or over the past 18 years. All those beliefs will be replaced. It's as if you had arranged these beliefs in boxes, stacked one on top of the other. I must do this, I must do that, I must do this. But all of that gets disrupted. And from within this chaos, like throwing it into water, washing it and erasing it, a new Capricorn is born. One with completely new beliefs, very open to new ideas, to creating new traditions, to breaking away from the past. All of this is part of your growth. You might even discover a talent in a certain field, and it's like a whole new birth, a rebirth that turns you into a person completely different from who you were in the past 10 years. Laughter comes into your life, peace comes into your life, sleep comes into your life. All of these replace the exhaustion and weariness you've carried with you for years, giving way to a healthy kind of life and a life that brings you health and happiness, the childhood you never had. All of that comes back to you. The best is in store for you, my dear Bahman-borns, my dear Aquariuses, as this house is your 8th house. It happens. There is a significant possibility for substantial growth in an investment for you, a genuine chance that you will indeed receive a very large sum of money, either through someone who genuinely wants to support you, or by diligently creating something truly valuable within yourself, or perhaps through a substantial inheritance. You will certainly receive a significant amount of money. It could potentially be tomorrow, it could be in approximately 6 months, or it could be in about 18 months, but I'm very sorry. But this significant money will certainly come into your life, and it will profoundly shape your entire future. Someone in a truly high and influential position will actively support you. If it's not direct financial assistance, they will undoubtedly support you in the exciting new ventures that have recently come into your life. Pluto has metaphorically killed you. You absolutely must die. You must completely die to be gloriously reborn. If you want to be the exact same Aquarius you were 18 long years ago, or even just 18 short days ago, you will absolutely not succeed. You must completely and utterly kill your past self, decisively end it, gracefully say goodbye, and then proudly introduce a brand new Aquarius to the world, a true and genuine rebirth in every conceivable sense. And then you will clearly see that the precious seeds you plant with this magnificent new birth will not only abundantly fill your own personal life, but will also generously fill the future earth with incredible abundance and prosperity. Facing your fears is the first step, At first, it's very difficult. It's not that easy to reach this point, but it's time to let go. It's time to let go of fear and worry. It's time for me to accept that I can, that I am capable, and that the universe is pushing me in that direction. It wants me to succeed. And I receive support from everyone, but I stand on my own feet. I take responsibility for myself. Trust yourself. Recognize your own strengths. Increase your self-confidence. But none of this will happen if you don't have order and planning. You need to write down on paper what you want, what your plan is. What am I going to do in 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 years? And with discipline, you can achieve anything. And not only will you support yourself, but you will also support others, your family, during the time of deep inner child healing. The more you cleanse, the more successful you will be, the happier you will be, the more you will recognize your own strengths. I wish you all the best. And now, my dearest Fandis, my dear Pisces, this is affecting your 7th house. The 7th house is the house of partnership, the house of my relationship with others, my relationship with my life partner, my financial partner, my emotional partner, and old relationships. They make way for new relationships. Things that didn't work for you in the past, whether financially, in friendships, or emotionally, all of these will move aside, and you will enter a new phase with new connections. You might even have a new emotional relationship, or perhaps a new job with a new style. All of these will have a very positive impact on your life. Let go of the useless things you've been carrying from the past. No longer will you settle for things that make you feel superficial or cheap. You are seeking a deep relationship where you are close to each other intellectually, mentally, and spiritually. These are the things that will come into your life. Even your professional life should be directly connected to what your heart truly desires. All these changes are coming so that the things you didn't like from the past will disappear. And once they're gone, they will be replaced by better relationships, deeper connections, more loving bonds, and greater peace. There is even the possibility that you will enter into a partnership with a new group, and this aspect will work very well for you. It's like a new birth, and you will really love this new beginning, even though at first it might require some effort. I kiss all your hearts as I leave, because I am in a lot of pain, and I entrust you to my great God. I love you all. Until the next video.